No. I don't even know what to say. Just last month, I bought this 2004 Corvette Z06 with just 28,000 original miles. And in case you're new here, I bought this thing wrecked off of auction, and it's hit basically everywhere. Everywhere meaning here, 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 down here, up here, and over here. On both sides, by the way. It was hit up here and over here. So yeah, it's hit basically everywhere. So in this video, we're going to rip off every single body panel except for the trunk and the roof, because those are the only ones that survived. I'm going to replace almost everything. But before we go ahead and do that, you might be wondering how I ended up with this car or why I bought this car. I'll have the first video linked below. Feel free to check it out. In the meantime, let's take one last test drive, get an idea of what we're rebuilding and what we can expect this thing to be like once it's done. This first time driving like a rear wheel drive.
This is sick, dude.
So if we crash, I mean, wouldn't be the first time. Yeah, dude.
It literally just feels like a car. That's it. Like nothing fancy, just straight up.
It's raw.
raw, like 90s type of power, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo. We're gonna give that back? 4 bolts and 2 plugs later, door is off. Now it's time for the fender. It is spotless under this thing. Probably has less rust than my 2025. Now you also might be wondering, what color am I going to paint this? And I kind of asked you guys for your opinions in the previous video. Honestly, I think I'm going to paint it the original red. I know that might be disappointing for some of you guys, but hear me out just for a second. Just because I'm painting it the original color does not mean I'm not going to have a special car. So what exactly does that mean? Well, that means that I'm going to do a couple modifications that are going to make it special, but I'm also going to wrap it. I think that's going to be the best of both worlds, where underneath is going to be original, and if I ever want to revert it back to original, I can. But in the meantime, I can have a very special car. So that means that once this car is fully fixed, that's just phase 1 of the plan for this car. There's a lot more to come, along with modifications, because those are really expensive and I can't afford them yet. How many 7mm do they need to put on this bumper? Oh, I think we're good. Nice. Uh-oh, that is not good news. No. No, no, no. I found out why it was written off. Are you guys ready to see my worst nightmare? Oh, no. Starting to think I didn't get such a good deal. So, I don't even know how this is even possible. You're telling me that this hit right here caused that. I don't even know what to say. I think I need to buy a welder. Basically, most crash bars are bolted on. What is this? What the, wait. What in the world is this? We're gonna look at this later. I have no idea why it was in my crash bar, but usually these crash bars are removable. If you look on the back side, it is not removable, it is welded on. You can see this is the frame rail, and nowhere does it unbolt. Back to that question of, should I keep it stock, return it to its former glory, or modify it? I think the answer is pretty clear. You can tell now that the hood is off, it should be going straight this way, but it curves in and touches the intake, and then it curves back out. I should have noticed this before I took the bumper off, to be honest. I just didn't think that there would be frame damage when that's what the bumper looks like. And yeah, it's gonna cost just a hair more than I was hoping. Completely unrelated. If you guys have any ideas or merch ideas, let me know in the comments below. I guess I'll get back to work. Just a little less happy this time. Yeah.
Oh, you sent me a picture of this.
Yeah. So this doesn't unbolt, it's welded to the frame. And don't worry, like I said, we're gonna get a come along, hook it up to the neighbor's house.
What?
Come along it until it's perfectly curved. I guess you can say it's not straight.
So it's been a couple days since the last clips. Took some mental health time. And actually turns out you can buy the whole front clip of the frame for 200 bucks. Not as big of a deal as I originally thought, which is great. I also did some research and found out that this headlight is slightly broken, but we'll look more at it once we take it off because we have to take these off in order to get the fenders off. Let's get to it. Nice. While I'm taking off these headlights, I have a question for you guys. Another question. I know I'm asking a lot of them, but since I have to do fiberglass repair on these headlight covers, I have some extra forged carbon fiber, and I could do carbon fiber overlay on both of these. I can put some pictures up on screen. That's what it would look like. Not sure if I should do it or not. The forged carbon would be really special though. I've never seen that before on this Corvette. There you go. This might sound petty, but I'm going to replace this entire fender just because it has a little crack on the edge. I got a whole new one for $100, so, and it needs to be repainted anyways. This car is starting to look more and more like a go-kart. Time to do the passenger side. No way! I just found the plate cover for the front. I was really disappointed that this was missing, and these are like 150 bucks just for this. Of course it's scraped up, but so is everything else. I'm really excited to have this. I'm like shaking from excitement. That is so weird. I've never had that happen before. I'm going to unplug this door first, now that the fender's out of the way, so that I don't pull the wiring like I did on the other one. Nice. I'm so glad that GM thought ahead and they knew that I had to take off this hinge, so they put this access hole. That is so convenient. Now I can simply just take my ratchet using this access hole that's very conveniently placed and loosen it with only slight fiberglass infusion into my skin. Nice. So just in case you're curious why I got new doors, I can fit my pinky into that gap. And there's just a little bit of fiberglass damage on the inside. Well, this thing's starting to really come apart quickly. Look at that. All that's left is the rear end. Real quick, I wanted to mention, if you got this far into the video and you're still liking it and you want to see more of this rebuild, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It all really helps. And if you want to go the extra mile, share it to your grandma, share it to your brother. We just hit 2,000 subscribers the other day and it's going a lot faster than I could have ever expected. So thank you guys, and let's get back to the video. All right, I'm gonna have to pause there for today. We still have the whole rear end to take off, but I have a golf session to hit, so, you know, I don't make the rules. Yep, and we're back. And something that showed up while we were gone, what is that? I think my dad got me a little gift because I guess I've been spending a lot of time with this, maybe a little bit too much. Back to the issue at hand, this quarter panel and bumper do not want to come off. I'm assuming There's some bolts back here, but there's stuff in the way. So it's gonna take me a second. I almost feel like this inner fender needs to get out of the way, but even after loosening the bolts, it's still stuck in here. Yeah, how am I supposed to get that? There's a bolt right here pointing that way. Oh, I'm supposed to take the taillights out. Yeah, that makes sense. My genius is frightening. The first 8mm on this entire car that I've had to take off. Now the only thing I have to figure out is how to get these bolts out. Let me actually show you up close. You can see right there, here, but they are underneath the roof. And the roof, from my understanding, does not come off, or at least unbolt. I think you have to like rip it off. So I don't know how you're supposed to get those out. On second thought, I know exactly how to solve this.
Hey guys, Chris Fix here.
It worked. Finally got the fender or quarter panel off. Good thing I got a new one. Check this out. Broken, broken, broken. Everything's broken. Not to mention also down here. So good thing I got a new one. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. We have some bad news. There's some cracking in the fiberglass up here. Although I don't think this is anything serious. And I think it could just be left, but I'm going to repair it. It's also cracking down here quite a bit. And this bracket is bent. Yeah, see that? Shouldn't be able to move like that. So, gonna have to do some fiberglass repair here and some fiberglass up here. And of course, a lot of fiberglass repair down here. That's almost the whole rear end. That just leaves this quarter panel. I don't think this one is broken anywhere. It's slightly scratched, but just in case, since I already have everything else off, might as well take this one off too. Check what's behind it, make sure nothing's broken there. And I might just replace it anyways. I mean, $100 per quarter panel is so cheap that might as well. Oh, it just had glue. Look at this. Bolt. So nice. But it doesn't look like there's any fiberglass damage on this side, and this one is actually sturdy. But at the same time, this piece is much more damaged than the other side. Honestly, if it wasn't connected here, this would probably rip off. These are all the bolts for the rear. These are all the bolts for the front. And I don't know what to do with all these parts now. Of course, we have to take apart the doors and all that. And we have to fix the rear bumper on this side. Cracked here, and it's ripped down here. But it should be relatively easy to fix. And I really don't want to buy a whole new bumper. They're hard to find, and honestly, this one is not that bad. So now we officially have a little go-kart.